Let's talk about graphing a linear inequality in the plane when it's in standard form. So at this point, hopefully you know how to graph a linear inequality in the plane when it's in like y less than or equal to mx plus b form. And of course I mean less than or equal to, I mean greater than or equal to, less than, greater than. This symbol right here could change, but you're used to it being in this form, but we don't always get exactly what we want. So let's talk about when you have it in standard form. So this is in standard form right here. Before you can plot this, you do have to get it into its y equals mx plus b form. You have to. That is a requirement. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this guy, pull him over here, negative 2x plus y greater than negative 4, and I'm solving for y. So I'm going to add 2x. Ooh, I don't like that color. There we go. I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So those 2x's cancel. I still have a y over here, greater than. I'm going to put the 2x first, minus 4. Now I can't combine the 2x and the 4 because those are not like terms. One has an x, one does not. But now it's in mx plus b form, which is perfect. That's all we wanted. So I'm going to plot negative 4 on the y-axis. That's my y-intercept. My slope is 2. So I'll plot another point here. There's no underline on my inequality, so it's going to be a dash line. So there we go. I like to just plot a few extra points to make my lines as gorgeous as they can be, but it is unnecessary. Right. So there is my line. This is my 2x minus 4 line. This right here is a greater than symbol, which means you're shading above. So I'm going to draw arrows straight up. That's going to point to the correct region for me to plot my, or to shade my graph. And beautiful shading. Look at that, gorgeous. That's it. That's that for that one. Let's just go ahead and jump into another. So this guy, also in standard form, we do have to get it so that y is by itself. Let me rewrite it, 4x minus 3y greater than or equal to 9. I'm going to start by moving the 4x over, so I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides. That cancels these guys. I have negative 3y greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 9. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. When I do this, because I'm dividing by a negative, I am switching the direction on my inequality. So it was pointing to the right, and now it is pointing to the left. Okay. And then over here, negative 4 over negative 3, that's just going to be positive 4 over 3. So we have 4 over 3x, and then you have 9 over negative 3. There's some commotion in the hallway. 9 over negative 3, that's going to be minus 3. I'm going to go ahead and pause this until that commotion is passed. All right, things are a little bit more quiet now. So y is less than or equal to 4/3 x minus 3. And we have an underline, so that means we're drawing a solid line here. I'm going to go on the y-axis and plot my y-intercept at negative 3. And then my slope is 4/3, so that's up 4, right 3. So right up 4, that brings me here, and then right 3 would bring me right here. I'm not going to bother plotting more points here, just that would be a lot of work. So bam, it's a solid line because there is an underline on my inequality symbol. It's in the less than direction, which means we're shading below. So I'm coming to my line, just going to draw my little arrows straight down. That's the below region, so that means this is where we shade. And that's done. That's it. But don't worry, we're going to do more examples. I have 3 more examples for you. So 2x plus 5y is less than or equal to negative 20. Let's work on this guy. 2x plus 5y less than or equal to negative 20. I'm going to start by moving the 2x over, so I'm subtracting 2x on both sides. Those cancel. I have 5y less than or equal to negative 2x minus 20. Dividing both sides by 5. And, you know, if you forget to put the 5 on both of them, it might help to just do it like this. That's what's happening. So here these 5's cancel. We have y less than or equal to negative 2/5 x minus 20 over 5 will be 4. So I'm going to come and plot my y-intercept at negative 4. We have an underline on this inequality, which means it'll be a solid line. Our slope is negative 2/5. So we're going to go down 2 to the right 5. So down 2 to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Solid line. Once again, I normally try to plot a few more points to make it beautiful, but I'm feeling a bit lazy here. All right. And then it's a less than sign, so that means we're shading below. Now, you don't need to draw those arrows. You just need to have the shading. The arrows kind of help you figure out which way you should be shading. And that's it for this one. So let's go ahead and do 2 more. All right, so we have x plus 3y is greater than 15. Once again, it's in standard form. We need to put it into mx plus b form. So we have x plus 3y greater than 15. Go ahead and subtract your x's off both sides. Those x's will cancel. You have 3y greater than negative x plus 15. Divide both sides by 3. You get y is greater than, now this is negative x over 3. Let me just come over here. Negative x over 3 is the same thing as negative 1/3 x. Okay. So this is negative 1/3 x. And then 15 divided by 3 will be 5, so plus 5. So y is greater than negative 1/3 x plus 5. I'm going to plot 5 on the y-axis. And then down 1 over 3. There's my next point. There's no underline, so this will be a dashed line. And then it's a greater than symbol, which means that we are shading above the line. So that will be this region right here. Done. All right, one more problem, just for good measure. We have 2x minus y is less than 4. I'm going to start by subtracting 2x off both sides, canceling those 2 x's. We have negative y less than negative 2x plus 4. Now, negative y is the same thing as negative 1y. And we do have to have y completely by itself. It's not sufficient for y to have a negative symbol in front of it. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 1, which really just flips the sign on everything and flips the direction, of course, of the inequality symbol because we're dividing by a negative. So my negative 2 will become a positive 2, and my positive 4 will become a negative 4. I'm going to go ahead and plot that line. My y-intercept is at negative 4, and then my slope is up 2 over 1. There's no underline, so this will be a dashed line. I'm getting lazy, and I'm just going to do my best to draw the line. This is a greater than symbol, which means you are shading above the line. So if you come and draw an arrow straight up, that side is the above side. Right. Give it a nice shade, and you're done. That's all there is to graphing linear inequalities when they're in standard form. Just practice it. Remember that if you have the no underline, that this will be dashed, and when you have that underline, that it's solid. And then just remember, greater than is shading above, less than is shading below. Those are the big key points there. Once again, you are shading when you see an inequality symbol. If there's an inequality symbol on an exam, that means there's going to be shading involved. If it's an equal sign, it's just graphing a line. But inequality symbol, that means shading. All right, you got this. Believe in yourself. Until next time.